What do you get when you take people dedicated to their craft, going through leaps and bounds, acting on their plan of action even in the midst of adversity? You get a heartfelt story so organic and becoming so genuine, which forces you to be a part of their moment, joining these experiences as if you were a part of them. These are stories of people, just like you and I, reflecting from within on how they've used adversity to catapult their lifestyle, their vision, and their goals to becoming successful. Here at the Stories to Savor Network, we welcome you to this wonderful, heartfelt show entitled Reflections from Inside. So the next time you go through trials and tribulations, or having self-doubt, consider to let the stories resonate with you in hopes to inspire you to believe that you can do whatever you set your mind to do.
Welcome back. We're talking with Morgan Field, author of Epic Sexy You. Before the break, we talked a little bit about the difference between what headspace and heart space is. Can you expand on that a little bit and let us know where should we really be operating from?
Yeah, so headspace would be all of your thoughts, all of your thinking, all of your planning, all of your strategizing. It's where logic and rationalizing exists. Your heart is where desire is.
Yeah.
It's where feelings are.
Yeah.
It's where you really get to tap in and tune into who do I want to be? What do I want? What do I need?
Nice.
And genuinely giving yourself permission to just be in your own little world.
Sure.
And immerse yourself in what feels really amazing. And so what I see a lot in our world is we're living so much in our head.
Right.
And we're thinking so much and we're strategizing so much and we're trying to plan our lives out, and we're not stopping to tune in to ask ourselves, what do I actually want?
Yeah.
What do I need? And giving ourselves permission to actually enjoy the journey.
Yeah. So how can you tell if you're operating in headspace? Like, what are some signs that let us know, like, hey, I need to take a pause here and reevaluate?
So I'll give you an example. When I was in the corporate world, I had 250,000 reasons to stay there. Right. So when you find yourself wanting to be somewhere else, to be someone else, to do something else, and you're yeah-butting yourself.
Okay.
That's like one of the number one ways to know that you're in your head. Yeah, but. Logically.
But I should, and you're shoulding.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but I have all these benefits.
Right.
I have health insurance. I have a 401k. I have $250,000 a year.
Almost giving yourself your own self-justification on why you should continue on this path that you're not feeling the satisfaction for.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we do it all the time.
Yeah.
I see, and I've been guilty of it too,
Right.
investing time into a relationship and the relationship expires.
Yeah.
And then your heart is telling you
to step away
this
from
is done.
Yes.
Right? It was
Yes.
amazing. It was beautiful.
Yes.
Thank you for the experience.
Yes.
And it is time for something else. It's something new.
Right.
And the head, yeah, but
Right.
I put years into this.
Right.
Yeah, but, and you start to look at all of the reasons and excuses and justifications and rationalizing why you should stay somewhere that you know and you can feel is not your jam anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you transition yourself then that way? Do you take you're recognizing you're operating from headspace. How do you dive into heart space?
Heart space is as simple as stopping and pausing and asking yourself, what do you want?
Yeah.
Right? What do I actually want in this moment? I remember when I first started this journey,
was a really redefining moment.
I couldn't even decide
was when I realized that the path I was taking was someone else's.
Small, tiny pieces of your day is tapping in and tuning into desire. What do you want to eat?
Right,
Are you having that because that's what you have all the time?
Right.
Is this an autopilot decision, or do you really want to try this dish?
Sure.
Same thing with, I remember, and I gave this example in the book, but I wanted to paint my bathroom a certain color, or I wanted to paint my second bedroom a certain color. And I remember calling my friend over because I butted myself. So my heart was telling me, ooh, go for a Tiffany blue.
Yeah.
And then my head was like, yeah, but I need the validation externally because the heart doesn't need the validation.
Yes.
The heart's like, I want this.
Yes.
I don't need to explain myself.
Yeah.
I want it.
But you're not positive that you're making the right decision, so someone else has to tell you you're making the right decision.
And our heads are so used to being the ones that are in the driver's seat,
Right.
that it comes down to giving yourself permission to say,
Yes.
heart first, what do you want? And then the process is you start to get to say, okay, head, serve my heart.
Yes.
This is what I
Serve its
want.
purpose.
Help me figure out how I get to have that. Whereas most people are trying to figure out what they want from their head.
Yes.
And that is just going to cause you to go in an infinite circle that's going to drive you crazy.
I find myself sometimes thinking that I'm not positive I'm making the right decision, so if I ask enough people and they come up with the same answer, then I can move forward. But if they don't come up with the same answer, even if I really, really think I want to go this route, I shouldn't. And so what you're sharing is follow my heart. Listen to what it's saying. It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks.
The most magical experiences, the most abundant experiences, the experiences where I have opened up vortexes of money and love and happiness and fulfillment from the most beautiful, majestic space have all come from listening to the heart and ignoring almost everything and everyone and the world around me, because oftentimes the things that are the most profound game changers in your life are the things that make no sense to anyone but you, and you have to bet on yourself.
You're nailing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's interesting because I often find that when we're operating from headspace, we're now using language that helps us continue to stay in our headspace. So when we return from this break, I'd like to talk with Morgan a little bit more about framing your language and what language we should be using.